let's get started with week one. All right. So I'll try and put out these videos and kind of give you a preview of each week as we go along throughout the quarter here. All right. So in week one, we're going to I have kind of multiple assignments for each one of you. This week here, we're going to look through the syllabus, read the Read Me First document. Look for questions in the syllabus. You're going to come up with at least 5 questions you have. Now, the spirit of this assignment, 5 questions, is not for me to actually answer the questions. Therefore, me to make sure that you read through the syllabus and you read through the policies and you watched the video on the core values and got yourself ready for the class. I want us all to start out on the same footing and in the same place so we can move along. So that's the spirit of the 5 questions assignment. If you have a question that comes up, don't look for me to answer that when I'm grading the 5 questions assignment. Actually send me a separate email and ask me that question. Or I think maybe what I'll do is I'll set up a discussion board too. So that way you can get quicker answers and your classmates can answer questions if they see them. So if you see a question on the discussion board, I'll set it so anybody can respond. And then if you see it before I do, you can, and you know the answer, go ahead and answer for your classmate and help your classmate out. This is the cooperation part. Okay. So anyway, so we have that, and then we have another one that's on the core values. So you're actually going to write an essay about the core values. I have the instructions right there for you. And then we have a assignment on the first chapter of Essential Communication. So I've actually obtained a scanned version of the chapter. So if you don't have the book, no big deal on that. You can still do the assignment. And then I have an assignment, so you pick out terms out of the book, and what you do is you write down the terms and definition come right out of the book. Just copy the definition out of the book word for word and put a citation on it. I gave you an instruction page, for documents for getting an A, B, C, or D grade. So look over that, follow that model, and then you can do those 3 terms. And I want you to give an example of it. Now, it's not using the term in a sentence. You're probably used to using terms in a sentence. You do it all the time throughout high school. However, now we're not putting it in a sentence. You have to demonstrate you actually can synthesize what the term means, synthesize the definition of it, and then how do you apply that in a situation. So think of a specific situation with context and explain that to me. It'll take 1 or 2 paragraphs for you to do that. So, but it'll give you a better understanding of the terms, and it'll make things better for you. Now, one of the things I didn't talk about in the values is that the communication course you're taking is a valuable thing. It's one of the most desired skills of employers of any other out there. So when you're out in the organizational world, whether you go into nonprofit, business, government, or hospitals, you go into any kind of an organization, or even education like we're in now, you go into any of those fields, and the number one requirement or the number one skill that all the people who hire want is good communication skills. All right, so this will do it. As you'll see in my signatures, I put the quote that communication is the essence of everything we do. All right, so it's better to be trained in communication than not be trained. Some of us get it naturally. We figure it out through trial and error, but it's a lot nicer to actually go through a course and do it. I know I didn't take a communication course till I was much older than most of you are now. And I had worked in the business world for about 15 years. And I remember going, I said, well, why didn't I read about this earlier, learn about it then? Because it took a lot of trial and error and mistakes to actually figure it out on my own, where I could have known it a lot faster and saved a lot of things. So anyway, and by the way, if you're looking for careers in the business world, just about everybody you see on television and you listen to on radio or in podcasts and stuff, they all have a communication background. If you look at lawyers, some of the best fields used to be in law were history and politics. You study history, American history, or you study political science, and that was kind of the basis for lawyers, but we're finding out now about the best trial lawyers and the best litigation lawyers all have a communication background. They came out of our field. So if you look at organizations, it's generally not the smartest person that rises to the top. It's the person who can motivate others and who can sell their ideas and persuade others the best, which is all what we learn in communication that actually end up at the top of organizations and they make the most money. All right, so this is a good start for you. So let's go back. Let me look here. So for week 1, we're going to read chapter 1 of the textbook, Essential Communication. We're going to do a 5-question assignment that is on the syllabus and anything you read in the Read Me First module. And then we'll have core values. So look up the definitions of our 3 core values, which are empathy, cooperation, and humility. Copy those values down and then write an essay on it. The instructions are all there for you. And it seems to me we have one other thing there too. Oh yeah, you want to read chapter 9 and the Say This, Not That to your professor. And that chapter is also scanned and in the module. All right, so I got everything. Kind of a short week. I'm going to publish this probably on Monday. And you have until Sunday night to get these assignments done. All assignments will be due Sunday night at midnight. If you do them ahead of time and I get to grading them, and then if you don't like your grade, you can redo them. I mean, if I don't get to grade them till afterwards, you can't redo it. You can only do it if you get it in early and I am able to get to it to grade it early. And if you didn't like your grade, you can correct any mistakes that you made. All right, our first week. I'll talk to you at the beginning of next week. And don't forget, if you need to talk to me, you can contact me through Zoom. All right, have a good week.